The retainer agreement. The retainer agreement is the contract between you and your attorney. Make sure you actually read the retainer agreement you have with your attorney. Then review the retainer agreement with your attorney. If you have any questions, ask. Generally, reviewing the retainer agreement with the attorney is at no charge to you. The retainer money. An attorney will ask you to put up a lump sum amount of money called a retainer before the attorney will start work on your case. The attorney will bill against this retainer money. Attorney rates vary, paralegal rates vary. Once the retainer amount is used up, the attorney will ask that the retainer money be replenished or may accept monthly payments going forward. Time is money. The attorney and staff are charging you for their time. Use their time wisely. Be efficient when interfacing with your attorney and his or her staff. Minimum fees charged. Find out if the attorney charges for phone calls and emails. They generally do. Find out the minimum billing amount for phone calls and emails. There generally is. Find out if the attorney charges a minimum fee for going to a court hearing. Most do. Identifying the goals. Get a realistic and legal assessment of your situation from your family law attorney. Ask your family law attorney for the most likely outcome should a judge have to make a decision and the parties cannot reach a settlement agreement. After reviewing the facts in your case, you and your family law attorney need to come up with mutually agreed upon realistic goals in the divorce. Your attorney should give you a cost-benefit analysis for achieving every major goal. Extreme goals should be analyzed very carefully. For example, statements like this: I want my ex to never be able to see the children again. Unless your ex is presently a drug addict and a sex offender, family law court is probably going to give some visitation rights to your ex. Why? Because California law requires a family law judge to ensure frequent and continuous contact with the children by both parents when possible. Working with your attorney. Once the goals have been agreed upon, ask for a clear strategy from your family law attorney to achieve the identified realistic goals. Ask for a clear roadmap. Ask for a clear list of tasks to be completed and due dates. Ask for a rough estimate of fees through the different phases of the divorce, i.e., initial hearing, discovery phase, and trial. Interface efficiently with your attorney. The more you know about the divorce process and substantive issues, the better you can do the following. 1. Ask better questions of your attorney and his or her staff. 2. Be better prepared for your meetings with your attorney and his or her staff. And 3. Better assist your attorney and his or her staff. The more efficient you are with interfacing with your attorney and staff, the more you can keep your attorney's fees down. Educate yourself on the divorce process and substantive issues as quickly as possible. Read up, listen and re-listen to the videos on this website. Work with your attorney and staff to work up your case and prepare your pleadings and responses to the court. Assisting your attorney. The more work you do, the less it will cost you. For example, financial information. Provide pay stubs, tax returns, credit card statements regarding property information. Obtain outstanding mortgage balances. Blue book valuations on vehicles. For example, on supporting declarations. Obtain third-party declarations directly from the declarant and not have the office contact them. How to interface with the attorney and staff. Ask the attorney and staff how to best work with them, how to best interface with them. For example, how do they want the draft declaration? In digital form or in hard copy? 2. What is the best time to call? Early morning, late morning, or afternoon? Make a list of questions before you call. When calling your family law attorney's office, it is best to make a list and write out all the questions you want to ask in order to be efficient and to remember any questions you may want to ask. Don't use your attorney as a psychologist. The attorney bills his or her time. So use your time with your attorney and staff on legal matters, not on emotional support issues. If you need emotional support, enroll in a support group or see a psychologist. If you need some psychological counseling, see a mental health professional. Generally, the psychological counselor is far less expensive than the hourly rate of your attorney and staff. Review your bill. Attorneys and their staff are human. Sometimes the entries on your bill are incorrect. Double check your bill every time you receive a bill from your attorney. If you don't receive a bill from your attorney within 30 days, contact your attorney's office to see whether you owe any money on your account to avoid any late fees. The takeaways. If money is tight, consider buying time on an hourly basis for a finite consultation instead of hiring an attorney as your agent to represent you in court throughout the case. If you retain an attorney, review the retainer agreement closely. Actually read the retainer agreement. After you retain an attorney, work out clear goals with your family law attorney. Ask for clear guidance from the attorney and staff. Try to do as much of the needed document gathering as you can. And finally, review your bill carefully.